had a little bit of time to get in and work with Adam Trautman. What are you kind of your initial observations on that?
He's a great athlete. Um, not only have I worked with him here, but like we're in the same area in the off season, California. We have the same agent, and a lot of us tend to go to the same area out there and just kind of train together. So I've worked with him before, and even the day when right before I signed and made it official that I was going to be a Saint. Um, the day I got released, there was word. I talked to Sean Payton, and I knew there was a potential that I was going to be a Saint. So we were already having conversations about that even before it became official. So we have a pretty special relationship, and just very excited to come in and get to work with him. And I think we're going to be something special on the field together.
A lot of you guys were working out with Jameis earlier this offseason. I was just wondering how the two of you ended up connecting and working out together in California, I assume.
Yeah. So Trout told me that James was going to come out for a couple of weeks. Um, I couldn't make it the first week because I was too busy proposing to my girlfriend in Cabo, now fiance. But uh, but yeah, for the second week, I heard he was in town, so Trout gave me his number. I shot a text to Jameis. We linked up at UCLA, and I mean, it was just great work. Like I just really respect Jameis a lot. He's got that leadership. He's just very profound when even when we're just running routes, we're kind of practicing our huddle and we're practicing the play call and how we're gonna line up and everything's just like we're practicing like we're in game mode. And I got a whole lot of respect for him and even Taysom as well. Just two guys that are just gonna do a great job leading our team in the right direction. And I'm just happy that I don't have to make that decision on who it's gonna be. But yeah, I mean, just really respect those guys and we really got some good work in this offseason.
Well, congrats on the engagement.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Not about off season.
Yeah.
One more question about that. How Trey Quinn was there at the same time as y'all, right? It's kind of funny. It's like this big text chain. Like Winston talked to Troutman, who talked to you, and then I think Traquan talked to Jameis. But I didn't know if like you also invited more people.
No, yeah, I wasn't sure who was all going to be out there. I figured there'd be some guys out there, but I didn't realize. I think there was what, five, 6 or 7 of us that ended up being out there. So we were actually able to like, you know, basically do 7-on-7 with no defense. So we were able to actually practice our huddle. We were able to, get the play call going, line up, hit each route, each spot. So it was very productive. And it was good for me because it was like kind of an intro for me to be able to like get a head start on the playbook and hear what it's going to sound like in the huddle with Jameis and just go line up and do the assignment. So it was very productive and um, so
Thanks.
Nick, what has been kind of your initial impression of this offense and of, like trying to learn all the different play calls and all that stuff?
it's very complex, but in a great way though. It's very complex. There's a lot of personnel groupings. Um, a lot of there's obviously Sean creates a lot of opportunities for guys to be able to put guys in certain spots on the field to create mismatches, just the better the better our chances of moving the ball down the field. And I'm sure what I've learned right now is probably half of what there is in the playbook, but so I'm still learning. I'm still trying to get a grasp for it all, but just really like what I'm learning right now. Obviously, like I think I mean, this is my first time playing for a head coach that's offensive minded. I played with a bunch of defensive minded head coaches prior, and just excited for being in the system and especially as a tight end. I mean, I think they do a great job of really um, not making us the focal point, but giving us a legit shot of making plays in this system, and just happy to be able to show what I can do, and happy to be a part of the Saints.
Out of curiosity, is there like a reputation for that, like around the league? Like, do other people kind of talk about the complexity here and just offensive kind of setup here?
I mean, I just kind of heard it from Trout and Mike Thomas and some of those guys who I've talked to. They say it was pretty tough to get down. They even said just the red zone offense, let alone it's like installing a whole new offense. So there's a lot of complexity to everything, but I think that's why, you look at the numbers, the Saints have been in the top 10 for, ever since Sean's been here. So obviously the numbers don't lie. They do a great job of figuring out ways to be successful when they're on the field. And like I said, just happy to be a part of it. And, I can't wait to show what I can do in this offense.
All right, guys. Thank y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man.